Hello, this is Stan Dubin, and welcome to the Hiring Tips Podcast. The name of this tip is, Tell Me About Your Fellow Employees. We're all familiar with the employee who far too often criticizes other employees. Here's an example from Alice. You know, I've been wanting to tell you something about Mary, but I've hesitated because I didn't want to seem like I was complaining about her. Oh, what's up with Mary? Well, she isn't doing what she's supposed to be doing. She spent a lot of time chatting with others, and I think she's doing other things on her computer besides work-related things. Well, thanks for the heads up, Alice. Then, a few days later, I think I should also tell you Frank might be taking supplies home with him. I saw him put something in his pocket just before leaving the office. And a week doesn't go by when Alice doesn't point out something real or imagined that is not quite right with her coworkers. One thing you do not hear from Alice is praise of her coworkers. She only passes on criticisms and complaints. Let's consider this in terms of hiring new staff. Is there a way you could find out if the prospect in front of you is given to this kind of complaining? Well, here is one way you might approach this. Frank, your resume indicates you worked for a dental practice for the past 3 years. What was it like working with the other staff there? Perhaps Frank asks for a bit of clarification. Well, how difficult was it to work with the other employees at the practice? Now, I realize this question is a bit loaded, asking how difficult was it, but we're hoping to elicit from Frank how he really felt about his coworkers. And asking him the question in this way could reveal considerable critical remarks. However, if Frank thought highly of his fellow employees, the question would just bounce off of him, and Frank will tell you how good it was working with them. Either way, finding out ahead of time what a candidate thinks of their coworkers is a compelling insight into their potential behavior with your group. Thank you for listening to this tip, and if you are enjoying these tips, please give us a review and a rating over at iTunes. If you go to review222.com, that's review222.com, that will point you in the direction of the iTunes section where you can leave a review. The Hiring Tips is brought to you by the Employee Testing Center. We have an employee testing service that will help you hire better staff. It's very accurate, easy to understand, and delightfully affordable. Watch our 3-minute video at getbetterstaff.com. That's getbetterstaff.com. Our podcast does not represent legal advice. Employment law can vary from state to state. So please consult an attorney familiar with the law that applies to the area where your business is located for any legal questions specific to your company. Thanks for listening.